And GM's recalling another 1.5 million vehicles worldwide because of issues with the power steering. The automaker says it expects to take a first quarter charge of up to $750 million, due mostly to its recent recalls. And the latest action comes as the House Energy and Commerce Committee holds a hearing this afternoon on GM's recall of faulty ignition switches, which has been linked to 13 deaths over the last decade. Lawmakers say they want answers to why GM engineers approved parts that didn't meet the company's standards. The CEO, Mary Barra, will testify. In her prepared remarks, she doesn't assign fault or offer a new explanation, saying simply, "Sitting here today, I can't tell you why it took years for a safety defect to be announced, but I can tell you that we will find out." Chris Malone is founder and managing director at Fidelum Partners, and he joins us now. Chris, what should Mary Barra and GM do and say at these hearings?
Well, I can tell you the words "I don't know" are not going to be well received. And even if Mary Barra hasn't gotten to the bottom of things and can't say definitively what happened and why it took 10 years for them to disclose this, she can say, here's what we've learned so far, and here's what we intend to do to get to the bottom of it. And despite what we may find, there's really no explanation that will be satisfactory, whether it relates to bureaucracy or dysfunction or lack of accountability. None of those are going to be satisfactory answers for the loss of 13 lives.
They might well behind the bankruptcy reorganization to avoid legal and financial liability. If they do that, will that make things better or worse?
That will make things much worse, and I think that Mary Barra and GM should come out and pledge voluntarily not to hide behind the bankruptcy or try to limit their legal or financial liability. Simply volunteering that up front will diffuse a lot of the concern and a lot of the frustration that's felt toward them, and it will demonstrate that they're willing to do the right thing after benefiting from a huge public bailout in 2009. They're in a stronger financial position now than ever before, and now is the right time to embrace this crisis as a way to solve the rest of their organization, cultural, and managerial problems. The financial crisis allowed them to solve a lot of financial problems. Now it's time to fix the rest of GM.
Do they need to have an external auditor, an external practice investigation to say that we will get someone in to help do this?
I think that would be wise. They've certainly launched an internal investigation using their outside law firm, and while that will certainly hopefully get to some additional answers, it will really lack credibility because that investigation will be subject to client privilege. Yeah. And so I think it will likely that an outside panel will be necessary and that they should welcome one.
Chris, good to speak to you. Thanks for that. Chris Malone joining us from Fidelum Partners. That's it for Worldwide Exchange. Sport Box coming up next.